Hola, ¿cómo estáis? In this Spanish lesson, we are going to see how to describe future plans in Spanish using el verbo ir, the verb to go, followed by a, to, and a verb in the infinitive, without changing the ending. This Spanish future tense is very similar to the English future tense that uses going to, followed by the verb in infinitive, also to describe future plans. Because there are so many similarities between the English and Spanish versions of this tense, it is quite easy to learn it and use it. The key is to be absolutely clear on how to form el verbo ir for all the persons. Voy a, vas a, va a, vamos a, vais a, and van a, and to have lots of Spanish verbs up your sleeve. Let's now look at various examples of this Spanish future tense in use. If you want to say I'm going to, you'll say yo voy a, or just voy a. For example, if you want to say I'm going to eat, you'll say voy a comer. And I'm going to study, voy a estudiar. If you want to say you are going to in a friendly way, or are you going to, you'll say tú vas a, or just vas a. So if you want to say are you going to read, you'll say vas a leer. Or if you want to say are you going to come, then you'll say vas a venir. If you want to say you are going to or are you going to in a formal way to one person, then you'll say usted va a, or only va a. So the same examples. If you want to say are you going to read in a formal way, then you'll say va a leer, or are you going to come will be va a venir. If you want to say he or she is going to, then for he you'll say él va a, and for she will be ella va a, and for either of them you can say va a. So if you want to say Pedro is going to buy, then you'll say Pedro va a comprar. And if you want to say Ana is going to sleep, then you'll say Ana va a dormir. We are going to is in Spanish nosotros vamos a, or for a group of women will be nosotras vamos a, or for anybody you can just use vamos a. So if you want to say we are going to swim, you'll say vamos a nadar. And we are going to talk is vamos a hablar. This vamos a also means let's. So if you want to say let's swim, you'll say also vamos a nadar. And let's talk is vamos a hablar. You are going to, or are you going to, in a friendly way, but for a group of people, is vosotros or vosotras vais a. So if you want to say to a group of people in a friendly way, are you going to write? You'll say vais a escribir. And are you going to sing is vais a cantar. And you are going to a group of people in a formal way is ustedes van a. So if you want to say are you going to write, you'll say van a escribir. And are you going to sing is van a cantar. They are going to is ellos or ellas van a, or you can only say van a. So if you want to say Carlos and Sonia are going to dine, then you'll say Carlos y Sonia van a cenar. Or if you want to say my friends are going to dance, then you'll say Mis amigos van a bailar. Next, let's see some useful Spanish vocabulary commonly used with this future tense. To say later, you can use these words. Luego, después, o más tarde. So if you want to say later, I'm going to visit my brother. Then you can say luego voy a visitar a mi hermano. But you can also say después voy a visitar a mi hermano. Or you can say más tarde voy a visitar a mi hermano. This afternoon is esta tarde. So if you want to say this afternoon we are going to the cinema, then you'll say esta tarde vamos a ir al cine. Tonight or this evening is esta noche. So if you want to say this evening Silvia is going to dine in a restaurant, then you'll say esta noche Silvia va a cenar en un restaurante. This weekend is este fin de semana. So if you want to ask, are you coming this weekend? Then you'll say, ¿vas a venir este fin de semana? This summer is este verano. So if you want to say, we are going to travel to India this summer, then you'll say, vamos a viajar a India este verano. Tomorrow is mañana. So if you want to say, tomorrow I'm going to see my parents, then you'll say, mañana voy a ver a mis padres. The day after tomorrow is pasado mañana. So if you want to ask, are you going to do the exam the day after tomorrow? Then you'll say, ¿vas a hacer el examen pasado mañana? Next week, you can say it in two different ways. You can say la próxima semana o la semana que viene. So if you want to say next week we are going to watch this movie, then you'll say la próxima semana vamos a ver esta película. Or you can also say la semana que viene vamos a ver esta película. And if you want to say next month, you'll say el próximo mes o el mes que viene. So if you want to say next month, I'm going to start Spanish course, then you'll say el próximo mes voy a empezar un curso de español. Or you can also say el mes que viene voy a empezar un curso de español. This ir plus a plus infinitive, Spanish future tense, is really nice to use, as it translates so easily to the English equivalent going to, and is easy to conjugate for all persons. The verb that follows is always in infinitive, and so there is no need to worry about changing the verb endings for the different persons. The only thing you need to do is to remember the voy a, vas a, va a, vamos a, vais a, and van a, and be clear that this future tense is used to describe future plans in Spanish. There are other Spanish future tenses which are used for different purposes, and we will see in another lesson. Don't worry, because they are also quite straightforward. At this time, I will definitely recommend reviewing your Spanish verbs and trying to build up your repertoire. Try working on collecting about 10 new verbs from your dictionary every day and practice using them in practice sentences and conversation. Have a great day and see you very soon with more Spanish. ¡Hasta luego!